Hello, everyone. Everyone, hello. Welcome to
Welcome.
an. Oh, nah, take it away.
Okay. Welcome back to Jason Statham Facebook. Where today, this one, this one's a real belter. In the fact that if this belt were to go wrong in your car, it probably won't work until you replace it. If you catch my
Exactly.
mechanical metaphor,
I
if
think.
you
I
will,
mean,
that's
yeah.
some alliteration for you there.
It's an important episode for everyone listening. This is life advice. This could, if
This
you
is
if
not
you
even.
listen to this episode and you like take it home and you like think about it and you keep going with it, this could change how you live like daily.
This isn't even life advice. This is just life facts.
True.
Like this
True.
is just like uh, this is just like proven to be a thing. Like if you don't experience the effects of this, you're probably doing something wrong.
Yeah, we've
At
talked
that
to
point, I can't help
scientists. We've
you.
talked to everyone. Um, and they all
Yeah,
like, yeah, this is facts, this is
yeah.
how it is.
This is as real as mewing. If any of you are familiar with that scientific principle. Um.
Yeah.
uh.
And the thing we're talking
So
about is, oh,
yeah,
sorry, what
I
you about
think
to
I'll
say?
let you take away the reveal.
Thank you, I appreciate that. See what you did just there is an example of this.
Mm.
Mm. We're
This
talking
being
this being the Sigma male grind set.
true.
Exactly. That's what I would have said. So we're talking about the Sigma male grind set today. We're just basically going to run you through what it is, how it can change your life,
Mm.
um, and how you should like apply it. Really,
Yeah.
gonna start off by talking about some of the benefits you get from the Sigma male grind set, and there's a lot of them. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you just look at how your life will be affected by taking these measures, then I feel like you will just inherently benefit. So the first one, is just cleaning your room. Uh, Now, I realize that this is like the most basic advice and can literally be applicable to anything and has probably nothing to do with the grind set and is probably just used to bait people into some other weird nonsense. But
mm,
trust me, it's part of it. 100%. Completely
oh
rooted
yeah,
in it.
oh yeah,
If you
hundred
make
percent.
your bed, you will then be as productive as the most productive person you can think of.
If you
And I
puff up
can't
your
get in your head.
pillows, if you puff up
Yeah,
your
that's
pillows and
true.
make it look comfy, and you fold a little blanket at the end, and you tuck in your stuffed animal right in the pillow,
That's true.
that's a winning combination.
If you get your Team Fortress 2 bed sheets in perfect condition, then you'll
It,
trust me. That's already step one to success.
I mean, having Team Fortress 2 bed sheets is that's like step zero. You know that you need those.
Yeah,
That's if
yeah, that's true.
honestly. Side note: don't everyone listening to this. Maybe this doesn't apply to you. If you have Team Fortress 2 bedspread, like the everything, probably don't even need to bother making your bed. You're not really gonna get time for
You
that.
gotta show it all off. Yeah.
No, it's gonna be in too much use. I think. Really.
Oh,
So we've
that's.
had
I mean,
it's a
but
TF2 bedspread, man. Come on, it's got a heavy weapons guy grinning on the front of it. you know, Sends woman crazy.
it's the sniper themed.
Yeah, it's sniper themed. Yeah, it's got the like piss jar
Um,
right there. Everyone loves that shit.
we'll get onto characters later, but the basically making your man versus machine DLC bed sheets like number one priority.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely.
After that priority, uh, it's going outside, and this
This
is kind
one's
of a
tough.
two-parter.
Oh,
This one's quite
this one's
tough.
this one for our listeners. For our listeners, this one might be hard. You guys might struggle with this, and that's okay. You know, you
um,
have to do new stuff sometimes, and it's hard. But
yeah.
like, you
So
do have to go outside.
if you're someone who lives in like the city or the countryside,
Or their mum's
uh, the,
basement.
you know, I think it's very good to take gradual steps. If you're just not mentally prepared, that could be, if you're in your basement, for example, you just open the window and like let fresh air in. That could be like step one, and then step two is like going upstairs, and then step three is like picking up the pizza, like
And
from the
step
delivery
four is
guy.
eating the pizza.
Step four is it?
Wait,
That's an important part of this
is this
process. You have to eat the
pizza
pizza.
pizza off the floor or pizza from a box?
This pizza from a box.
Okay, well I think step four still applies, but yeah.
Yeah. So you eat the pizza and the box. And the box. That's
That's
important.
Sigma. That's what makes it
That's saying
Sigma.
you have to eat the box.
And
You cannot waste anything. Exactly. That's
There's
that's a rule we'll
nutrients.
get to.
Yeah.
That's a rule we'll get to.
An alpha
So
male or lower, would throw the box away, maybe even recycle it. Sigma males don't recycle. But a Sigma male Sigma
that's
male
the appetizer.
yeah, a Sigma male eats the box.
Yeah, that's the container. Floor pizza comes in, and then you have to put the pizza on the floor and then eat the box. Because then the pizza, by the time you've eaten the box, the pizza will have cooled sufficiently for you to eat
Yeah, it'll be
off,
nice
off,
and like
the floor,
slimy and covered in dirt and
off,
on the floor.
off the floor. Now you can pick which room you have this in, and maybe more advanced people would eat it on the second floor.
Well,
Carpet.
a real Sigma male only has one room in that house. And
That's
with no
true.
furniture, so it shouldn't be
But
that much of a choice.
we
It
have
would
to
be.
account for the viewers who may be recovering alpha males, who may be beta
Yeah, or
males.
just on their way to a Sigma male. They're
Yeah,
not
or
there yet.
maybe they just live in suburbia and they just want to get it. The kind of fifth step
Suburb.
uh is to actually like leave the premises of like your house. So you can go in your
Mm.
backyard or in your front yard, but ideally you'd want to take like a 15-minute walk and like look at someone. And
Don't
I
look
don't
at
mean
people.
like
Don't look at
I don't mean
someone.
just like
Look at something.
no
Look at
no no
trees
no
and nature. Don't look at people.
no. What I'm actually, because
Oh,
this is
sorry.
where me and my co-host diverge. Because this is just a
There's a
different
lot
theory
of
on how to
controversy and debate in the Sigma male scientific
community,
community.
the manosphere, if you will.
Yeah.
And I, I personally, what I like to do is I like to just kind of go out at about 8:52. I'll put on like a very long leather duster coat with a black tank top and like 1942 Soviet officers' pants and boots. And I'll just kind of walk down the street with a high beam flashlight that's used to like illuminate mine shafts. And I
Mm.
just kind of shine it at people. Uh, and there's method to the madness here.
Yeah,
Although this isn't
please
madness, this
explain.
is tactics.
Yeah.
Uh, and it leads into actually being that lone wolf and just having no one around you, because anytime someone ever
Mm.
gets close, you just flash the power of the sun directly into their
Well,
eyes.
that's a key trait of a Sigma male, isn't it? That's like one of the main ones being a lone wolf.
Yeah,
There's lots
and
of them, but lone wolf
yeah,
is up there.
and yeah, and I think that's the divergence we have, is that you're a lone wolf, don't interact with people, whereas I'm a lone wolf in that I actively repel people.
What? So have you had
And
any examples of that? What, like, when have you done that?
Um, I think I will get into that
Get into that
later
later.
on because I'll expand on that. But I'd like to
Cool,
finish
cool.
the benefits. So
Oh, sorry.
after you've been able to like make yourself fully self-sufficient, which is the purpose of being lonely, uh, you can you're in your one bedroom apartment, you're obviously only ordering takeaway pizza, and make sure it's local so they know who you are company
Yeah, yeah,
wide, and they know exactly what you want, to the point where you can call them, and just by recognizing your number they will know what
yeah. They'll know you. They'll know your name. Yeah, I mean, they'll know your number. They'll know. They'll hear
they
just
are
you.
the yeah they are the only people that should be able to know who you are. um
Ideally, you'd
and
call up and ask you know, them to hire a new set of staff every day. so that you can never truly like know them. But yeah,
I mean, I personally don't think that's
you don't think
necessary
that's
because
necessary? I don't know.
I prefer to over time build an intimidating relationship with retail
Oh,
workers.
okay.
And so
Yeah, yeah. You do that often,
and
don't you?
so with my job as a Bitcoin miner,
Oh my god.
half of my one bedroom apartment is a toilet seat which I've attached a desk to that has my 2001 purple iMac with my Hatsune Miku concert pass taped on it with duct tape. And then the other half is very loud Bitcoin miners. And so that's personally when I like to subscribe to the lifestyle because I'm actually an on and off Sigma male, which is a thing.
Oh, okay. I'll
Uh,
I'll accept that. Yeah.
I'm currently alpha beta gamma omicron male. So I'm kind of like I'm kind of just I'm in a very transitional phase with my identity as
No,
a
that's cool.
cisgender man, and so I kind of want to figure out which lifestyle I want to have, things
Yeah,
like that.
cool.
And when I go back to the Sigma male, I go to my small apartment in Brooklyn, New York, that I rent for $10,000 a year,
Wait, you're renting
and
in Brooklyn as well?
yeah, dude,
Oh
that's
my god.
part of the Sigma life. You
Well,
gotta
I'm not a
rent in
Sigma
Brooklyn.
male. I'm actually a Germa male, but I'm also
Oh, shit.
in yeah, Brooklyn right now. That's part of my
Yeah, I
Germa
mean,
male life.
I'm actually in the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, okay.
I'm in a service room for the Brooklyn Bridge,
That's
and I've
Sigma.
put
That's
an
Sigma.
and my apartment is found because I like to when I'm in, I like to put a no girls allowed
Well,
uh
yeah, because they're smelly.
like poster, and but it's written in my own blood, and so that
Oh,
repels people even more. And
that would absolutely repel people. Yeah, I
yeah,
see that.
it's part of the tactic. And so obviously in there you have my very expensive Bitcoin mining rig that's very loud, and you can, if you go in the Brooklyn Bridge, you can probably very
You
easily
can,
find it.
yeah,
And
it's
then
audible.
on the other end you have my iMac where I communicate with various international backers of my trading firm.
Yeah, of course.
Now, uh, I think the my theory is best exemplified in a different segment of our discussion. So I'd like
Hmm.
to hand it over to you to talk about your perspective on the lone wolf, like how to
Aspect.
achieve that and
Yeah.
how you actually live that lifestyle. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's sort of like there's quite a lot about that. Um, I think as a Sigma male, you don't really want, you know, you kind of want to be on your own. You love to have your own space. You've got to be acting hard to get all the time, living in the moment, and you got to know what you want. And a key aspect of that,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah, is being a
True.
lone wolf. Um,
Mm,
I think we'll get into this a little. We'll touch on this same topic again later. But it's really about just
absolutely.
not letting people get close to you. Both, you know, different ways to go about that. But that's the sort of key
No close
conclusion.
friends on Instagram.
Yeah,
No close friends on
we'll
Instagram.
definitely come back to that. But really, you shouldn't have close friends, like especially
Mm.
on Instagram. But anywhere. Um,
um
oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, you'd ideally want to have minimal social media profiles, or your social media profiles should be continuing to perpetuate the image that you're trying to get to repel people.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
Sigmas have they know what they want, and they can get everything they want. Whether and it
absolutely.
shouldn't you shouldn't want friends. They disappoint you. You should want
Yeah.
money. You got to be on that grind set.
Yeah, you
It's
shouldn't hate people in a 14-year-old emo way. You should hate people in like
in like
the fact
Thanos
that
wearing a
you
suit kind of way.
No, I um, I'm thinking more of a person who, on Steam gives a detailed review of the game Hatred,
Oh yeah. Okay.
that kind of way,
Oh, okay.
where you're actually too scared to do anything in that game, but you relate to that guy in a very weird and unique way, and that's another aspect of Sigma Male Grindset is that you do everything your own way, and,
Yeah,
I
you've got your
think
own
that
style.
Yeah, and I think that as the person with the most interacted with positive review of Hatred, that being 2 likes on Steam, I think that I do my way. I do it my way pretty well. In
That's pretty
fact,
good. Yeah, I mean, well, Sigma males are born to rebel. They're born
yeah,
to just go against the system and shake things up, and that's exactly what you're
yeah.
doing.
You're actually in a perpetual state of self-rebellion.
Yeah.
So, some Sigmas, they actually end up being extremely nice and altruistic and just a genuine good member of society. Just rebel against the standard Sigma mentality.
Mm,
And, for a while I subscribed to that personally, but then I realized that I had to counter rebel against my rebellion against
exactly.
myself,
That's so true.
which was a rebellion against society.
So
And
true.
so I realized that I once again had to become Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver.
Mm.
Um, and the issue was
Same.
that I actually had a chihuahua at the time, and so I was rewatching Taxi Driver to get into the
Oh no,
mindset and
you didn't.
headspace,
You
and I
didn't.
got a fucking chupacabra.
Oh
Could
no,
you
dude.
believe it?
What did you do? What's the
Oh,
Sigma male approach to that happening? To getting a chupacabra.
well,
What does the Sigma male do?
obviously, I drove to Pennsylvania with it in the boot of my Dodge Neon, and I kind of just popped the boot open remotely because that's a system I installed when I was doing my help to society thing. Because I used to actually transport veal
Oh,
across
so
the
you were something
country.
of like a transporter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I popped the boot open, and it just ran out, and that's yeah. I don't know where it is now. It's just kind of there in
Okay.
the Midwest, I assume.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a natural place for it. I could see it hanging
Absolutely.
out there, maybe in like Appalachia a bit or something. Just all over the place.
I think a bit more north,
Bit more
if
north.
I'm
Oh,
being completely,
okay, okay.
because Pennsylvania is quite up there.
I think it
You know,
touches on Appalachia.
maybe I
What's
don't
it
know.
like?
If it is
Pittsburgh or something is
followed,
like the Paris of Appalachia.
I think Pittsburgh's not even in Appalachia.
Nah, dude, you're joking.
I don't think it's in Appalachia.
Wait,
I think Appalachia's like West Virginia, right?
it's a
Like it's
mountain
West.
range.
Yeah, it's a mountain range, but it doesn't go up to like Pennsylvania.
I
I think it's like
swear. It,
it ends in like New Jersey,
Pittsburgh
right?
is the Paris of Appalachia.
Is it even in Appalachia?
Yes, no, it's called the Paris Appalachia. I think.
I don't think that's what
I
it's called.
literally, you're such a liar.
Okay, I'm gonna Google Appalachia
Google
right
the
now.
Paris of Appalachia. Yeah, it does go through fucking. All of Pennsylvania is like in Appalachia. Oh my
Wait,
god, dude!
wait, Appalachia is a
Look,
cultural region of the eastern United States.
look.
Oh shit, Appalachia's
Yeah,
massive. What?
dingus. Told you.
Dude, no, I take that back. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
just tread on another Sigma's territory, and that's actually what you should see right now, viewers, is the fact that
That was
when
a
you tread on
conflict.
another Sigma
Yeah,
story,
that
it's
was
just all out war.
that was two
It's just
Sigma
all
males
out.
coming into opposition.
Yeah. But we worked it out in
Mm-hmm.
the end. And a Sigma male tip, one of the big tips I can give you, is just know when you're wrong. And it's very much part of that rebellion against yourself. It's like a Maoist principle of permanent revolution. You just have to constantly do that to yourself. You just have to, like, every 5 months you just get a new personality.
Yeah, no, pretty much. Best places to get personalities are from films you watch.
Yeah.
Just sort of copy the main character. They're usually
Yeah,
pretty solid. Make sure you're watching Sigma
uh
male movies though.
yeah, Taxi Driver, American
John Wick
Psycho,
3,
John Wick 3, Police Academy 4,
most Will Smith
uh,
movies,
like literally every Will Smith movie.
Back
What
to the Future
else?
2,
Yeah.
and Sharknado.
Sharknado, absolutely. And obviously you'd want to watch oh god, what's it called? Oh yeah, SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water.
Oh
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. SpongeBob
yeah.
is such a
SpongeBob
Sigma
movie Sponge
male.
Out of Water.
I can. That's
Mm.
like if I was to pick an example, SpongeBob's up there. He's whimsical.
If
He's in
you
his own
ask
lane.
me,
He's comfortable. He's
yeah,
moisturized.
if you ask me what really inspired me to become a Sigma male is the rap battle at the end of Sponge Out of Water, where the dolphin rap battles someone. Oh shit! Also, you have to if you're doing a counter rebellion against traditional Sigma attitudes, you have to
No.
you have to watch the Penguins of Madagascar because
Oh,
that
okay.
film is
Yeah,
the ultimate
actually,
takedown of toxic masculinity.
true. That film is so influential on like it or should be influential in everyone's lives. Yeah.
It's a must watch. It's a must watch film.
Yeah.
In fact,
Honestly.
any film that me or Archie have ever watched is a must watch film for any Sigma male.
Yeah. Pretty much. Honestly, I would advise if you're listening to this right now, like pause the podcast, go watch Penguins of Madagascar, and then come back.
But
Because
before you watch Penguins of Madagascar, like, comment,
like
and subscribe,
and share this video with your friends and family and loved ones and
and
local
local
authorities.
government officials
Yep. Yeah. Do that. But and
spread
then
the word.
so I assume you've probably just come back from watching Penguins of Madagascar. Welcome
Yeah,
back.
if you're a good
Hope you
Sigma
enjoyed
male,
it.
how is your mind blown?
It should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that movie that you just watched is a very good example of a Sigma male. Another, most Sigma male traits line up with another character, and that's Jason Statham. Really, he's a perfect example of that, isn't he?
Jason Statham in the Transporter,
He
absolutely,
fits. He ticks all the
absolutely.
boxes.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I think you had the best reading on him in our review, so I'd like you to kind
You want me
of
to take this one?
delve deeper into Jason's character because our review was just more broadly about the film and themes. I think we need a real deeper dive, a concise deeper dive.
So I mean, you could say there's a little bit of character change through the that movie, but specifically, sort of like in the first third, the transporter perfectly fits the Sigma male. A lone wolf doesn't crave attention, but gets it without even trying, because people are just naturally drawn to the Sigma energy that they give off. Um,
Absolutely.
and Jason Statham keeps that up the whole thing. He's constantly living in the moment, and he has a very he has a unique way of doing things, and he knows what he wants, and usually that's a cold orangina, and I can respect that. It's a
True.
Sigma drink. It goes against the norms
Sigma.
of Fanta and Tango and other orange squash fizzy drinks. You know,
Yeah, Sigma's another Sigma tip is you need to find a kind of anchored motivator. And for Jason, that anchored motivator is just Orangina. And how does he get Orangina? He gets it through his job. How does he do his job? He does it by the book, by his rules.
yeah, exactly right. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. They're his rules. Um, and people try to change them. People try to say, Jason, you're being, too much of a, you're weird, bro, is what they try to say. You know, he's doing his Sigma rules, and they're like, shut up, you're weird, stop it. And he's like, no, I'm not weird. I'm a Sigma male. That's exactly what he's saying about that whole movie.
The Transporter 4 is actually just Ian and Anthony like employing the transporter, Frank Martin, to transport them to the set of Smosh the movie, and that's the conclusion of the like Jason Statham transporter.
Yeah, no,
Is
exactly.
just that's the final job canonically.
Yeah,
Canonically.
they didn't actually film that one,
Yeah.
because it was
Yet.
too well. Yet, they might release it, but I'm pretty sure it was ruled as just sort of too extreme. And one of those, they think it could have caused like a just too much chaos. Like the public wouldn't be able to handle it, right?
Yeah. You know that scene in Scanners where the dude's head explodes like a melon?
Yeah. Well, no, but
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah. The Sigma attitude. Sigma attitude. Yeah, it's pretty much that, but for like movies.
I think
You know.
the main Sigma aspect that we've mentioned a little bit, but you see it repeatedly. Yeah, it is not having any friends, really. It's no close friends. You can't have them. It's just not Sigma.
True, true. And I think that feeds in actually to my theory of how to kind of not be alone and be a lone wolf. Which is the fact that I believe in the Sigma male, like the Sigma male principle of not wanting attention is universal, but like the way Lom does it, oh sorry, Archie does it. Fucking doxed you there. Um, doxed you there.
Oh, I've
Anyway,
been doxed. No.
no.
That's
Uh,
unsigma. It's unsigma.
they'll know you live in Surrey. No.
Wait, don't tell people I live in Surrey. I'll tell them what Yuri lives in Essex.
Oh Christ, the fate worse than death.
Honestly, oh my god, Essex.
Yeah, anyway, so as Archie believes in the idea of like just kind of avoidance, meanwhile I participate in the doctrine of active repulsion. Uh
Yeah.
so I've already talked about my method of just making sure people avoid me by flashing high beam lights, which initially may seem counterproductive, but the actual like built-in societal instinct with crazy people is just ignore them.
Mm.
And with crazy people, I don't mean people with like conditions or whatever. I mean just someone off the goop in like the middle of the night knocking over bins uh and so what I like to do, as I said, is dress like an alcoholic and just
Yeah.
walk down a stereotypical alcoholic, I should say. And just walk down the street with high beams and just like dual wield them and like just shine them at people.
Yeah, that's a really solid strategy. I guess it's worked for you a lot, right?
Yeah, I mean, I literally have no social contacts when I'm in personality 5, which is my Sigma personality. Uh I should mention that that's not like anything to do with like my brain or anything. It's just that whenever I meet someone new, I actively change my personality. So
Mm,
I've got like
mm.
7 friend groups, 2 families, and a very committed fast food managerial job, and they're all completely different personalities. It's still me.
Yeah,
I just change how I act. Um
yeah. I
and so
follow.
when I'm
Oh, sorry. Go on. Put you down.
yeah, and so when I'm in that Stigma personality, I like to just actively repel people and just be the most lonely that I can be. And what I also like to do is just kind of paint flowers.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's just the thing I do when I'm
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
personality. And what I like to do with those flower paintings is I like to inspire myself by throwing rocks through people's windows, and then once I've thrown those rocks, I take a plant at the local park and then I paint it while I wait for the police to arrive there. And then I throw rocks at the police. And then I change into a different personality
Oh,
and
that's smart.
respond to it. Because I'm actually a police officer in personality.
Mm.
So I've
So
got like
you
7
respond to your
jobs.
own rock throwing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
smart, smart.
it's a clever
That's
little
Sigma. That's Sigma.
bureaucratic loophole. Yeah, exactly.
My strategy is mainly avoidance. If people try to talk to me, I just completely air them. You know,
Yeah.
they can't get through. Someone comes up to me and they're like, help me. My child is stuck in that burning building. I'm not talking to them. I don't have time. I'm on the grind set. I'm a Sigma male. It's not for me to get
I
involved.
I mean, I really like a tactic you deploy where you have noise canceling headphones
Oh
on,
yeah,
but they don't have the noise canceling on, and you're not playing music, so you can just hear everything
yeah.
crystal
No,
clear.
I mean I like to walk around with my little headphones on. Um, much like Patrick Bateman does. That's how I walk
I mean,
around.
you walk around with big, massive like
Oh no, yeah,
headphones,
obviously,
so
absolute chunky headphones. I
yeah. I mean, what
People
I
think I
like to
can't hear
do,
anything. I
yeah,
can. I'm listening. I'm
yeah.
choosing intentionally to ignore. That's what sets me apart. That's me doing it my own way, and it's different. I'm
Yeah, that's
innovative.
true. Yeah. I mean, what I like to do is I like to wear open back headphones and just
Sorry.
listen to hyperpop and just walk down the street with it playing at full volume. I'm wearing earplugs. I can't hear a fucking thing, but everyone else can.
See, I liked that you did that, and I took that to the next level, and I wear an open back suit. So
Oh, true, true.
it's only the front of the suit. And that's because
Yeah, yeah.
that's Sigma. That's Sigma.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I just my military uniform recreation pants from my reenactment days, big long leather trench coat from
You say
from Shot NYC, and just two big like flashlights, and I
two big
just shine them at
flashlights, man.
people with my open back headphones. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what
Two
I like
big
to do.
flashlights and a trench coat. What a combo!
Yeah. I think we can end on the point that, to re-emphasize, do not ever have close friends.
Don't have close friends, particularly
People
not
are
on.
replaceable.
Just don't have close friends. Just don't do it.
Never,
You can't.
never.
You can't.
You can never do that ever.
And that wraps up, almost everything you need to know about Sigma males. We encourage you
Yeah,
not to do your own research on the topic.
absolutely not.
You've
Only
learned
listen
enough.
to us.
I was gonna say, that's Sigma male rule number one. Only listen to Jason Statham podcast, Facebook.
That's true. And do not contact us about any of this because we will not clarify anything. Everything we said is exactly as we said it.
We refuse to elaborate, and now we're gonna
Yeah,
leave. Goodbye, everyone.
yeah. Fuck off, mate.